Part of me thinks, am I dressing too young? I say that I'm wearing a jumper from the Famine at the minute. As
And you've got Hitler's haircut.
Pardon? A what haircut?
I didn't say anything. Mein Fuhrer.
Do you look like the Famine Fuhrer?
You look like if Hitler was blended into the Dubliners.
In Dublin's fair city, physicals are so pretty.
Und come out, you black and tans, yeah?
Sippers get ready. People get ready. Sippers get ready for tea with me.
Sippers, welcome to this episode of the Tea With Me podcast with me, Shane Todd. Before we get into this episode, let me tell you that our Patreon, it's blowing up right now. You can get the Monday bonus episode. Sometimes we do Lazy Boys on a Friday with me, William Thompson, and the cheeky bear.
Like, you're not William Thompson.
What did I say? Me, William
Yeah,
Thompson.
you forgot to pronounce the comma.
Yeah, but you can't do commas out loud in real life.
You can. See?
Thank you, Mickey. Patreon.com/tea with me podcast. You can also join as a free member if you want to just get a wee peek in the window, but you don't actually have to listen to the stuff, do you, Dan? But you see it.
Yeah, you might get a little audio preview. But
Oh, Dan, you big pervert.
just a tease.
You said all the commas.
Do you be quiet over there and pretend you're in a comma?
Oh, sorry. Like that?
I don't know whether that looks like The Undertaker or a guy getting sucked off.
I have. Not long. But that long? I wish, huh? Hey, Mum.
I have seen it.
You haven't seen mine?
I have seen it.
If you have, it's in the summer months. You wouldn't see it right now.
Why do you keep it at home?
Oh, it's like a wee mole's nose. It's just freezing.
Do you take it off like a wee silencer?
Actually, bring it with me in a case, like a pool cue.
There would be a queue.
Could be a pool too.
Oh, the Patriot. Listen, we're doing Stars in Your Eyes on the 18th of December. 17th? 18th of December. Here, happy days. My Oslo show's going to get cancelled, so I'll be home a day early. So I'll not be home on the day of the show. I'll be home the day before it. Oslo, Milan, cancelled. For
You're going to do a gig in Milan? Who the fuck do you
no,
think
I'm
you
not.
are?
That's the point. Exactly. I know. Why did I think I could do it? But they got in touch, and I went, I'll still do it. And they went, the venue won't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's slide of staff, like
How many seats was it? Capacity?
140.
How many did you sell?
3.
Man, I don't know why I'm laughing. I've sold well less than you said.
In Milan, you'd sell it.
In Milan, I'm actually a massive hit in Milan.
Yeah.
But
You're in the San Siro Stadium.
Yeah, they think I'm an opera singer, though.
So yeah, Patreon, head over there. The tickets, by now maybe they're public, but they were Patreon exclusive. That's what we do. A lot of exclusives over there. And we'll do Lazy Boys every once in a
Whenever
while.
I feel like it. Whenever I'm not feeling lazy.
Hey, it's whatever you want it to be.
Do you know what I mean?
Whatever you.
Still
What
the
is
Lazy
this?
Boys.
One time we're gonna have to sit down and have a conversation with you and Willie and go, what is this?
Yeah. Are we
What are we?
serious? Are we getting
Are we a
serious?
podcast or are we just?
Yeah, I feel like we should be taking this to the next stage. Maybe set up We Lazy Boys Patreon.
What else do you have to say, Dan?
Waterfront.
Hall, Tea With Me, 29th, 30th of November. Tickets flying for those. Link is in the description. Before we go on with this podcast, let me tell you we're sponsored by Manscaped. Mickey, you're a svelte man. Is svelte the word?
I've felt a few things, Felt a fella up in a pub one time.
R.I.P. Svelte Goran Eriksson too. Yeah. But look, Manscaped, you know by now, number one in men's below the belt grooming. They luckily for us, they sponsor so many comedy podcasts. And if you looked at comedy podcast hosts naked pre-2022,
Yeah.
it was terrible, wasn't it?
I was absolutely.
Remember we
it
used to have
was-
showers after gigs, all
Yeah,
the
it was a
comics?
nightmare.
Awful.
Yeah, it was like the planet Endor from Star Wars. Just all these wee hairy.
Yeah, and I'm like, and here's a niche reference. I'm like, why is he on Leo Sayers' shoulders?
Yeah. What's Bob Ross doing over there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Crouching down, but it wasn't.
Colin Geddes is upside down. Oh no, that's his pubes. But now, fucking taint like a slip and slide.
Can't Get Us Upside Down is the name of the synth album I'm working on.
What was the fifth one?
That's really good. But look, Manscaped have all the products that you need, especially coming into the winter months. Don't leave it. It's like your car. There's probably some stuff wrong with your car. You go, it's too cold to go outside and change the oil. It's too cold to go outside and put water in the wipers. Just go and get it done. Get a wee winter shear. Manscaped's the best for that. Manscaped.com. Use the code T with me for 20% off and free shipping. My guest this week is, can I say this? A cheeky guy?
I was having a bit of a...
Oh, yeah, the pecs are dancing there.
Do you think they're pecs yet? Are they pecs yet? They're still titties.
No, they're pecs.
Thanks, mate.
It's how you identify. Do you, if you see
Milkers.
them as pecs, they're pecs. Milkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're man milkers.
Have you ever
like
can I
red
ask,
or white?
Can I ask a serious question? Mm-hmm. Just be, but just give the honest answer.
Maybe serious. Okay, let me get ready.
Have you ever? Don't just stop vaping. Have you ever had? Because I'll get secondhand popcorn along. Have you ever? I would. I'm the sort of guy who would die.
Passive aggressive. Passive aggressive vaping. Tell you it's cunt.
I'm the sort of guy I would die. My immune system's that low with Crohn's. I would die of secondhand vaping.
That could be sad.
So hopefully it would be.
No, if it happened.
All right. So have you ever had a lady?
With smaller boobs than me?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Kiss your nipples or do anything
One
like
time, it's
licking
not
them?
good. Like, it's because I'm hairy too, and it's fat.
But
I remember one time a lady was working her way downstairs into the kitchen at my dinner. I was trying to be, and I could tell she was like, "Ugh, that was a mistake."
No, but I
don't look hairy. But
I'm talking about nipple play.
No. So she was giving like a mwah, 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 and then there was a point of like. There was just a load of chest pubes and belly hair.
Why was that the start of Bad Romance by Lady Gaga? Mum.
You have to ask her. I don't like it. I also don't like my balls being touched.
No, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in nipple play.
Right, I think you're asking me because you want to tell me a story.
No, no.
Have you been fucking... You've been tuned in?
I can't have my nipples touched. You're getting a lot like 252 in these things.
It's only ex-nightclub Lurgan.
I've said this before. I'll say it again. I don't. My nipples don't protrude at all, so I don't know if it's if they're sensitive or whatever. I can't have these touched.
Yeah. See, I think if no one's ever like went near my nipples, but if they did, it would be essentially grabbing a tit.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they are. I do have.
But would you be against that if a lady?
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
There's one thing I want you to touch in the bedroom: my butthole. Don't put yourself through. I wouldn't let a doctor.
You freak out at Willy stuff. You're like, no.
No. Let's get back there, pet. Back me up, doctor. I'm already backed up. That's why I wouldn't let you anywhere near it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let a doctor near my bum. Have you ever had anything up your bum?
I've had 2 colonoscopies.
Have you?
Today. I keep volunteering for medical research. Again.
Got a loyalty card.
I've had 2 colonoscopies. I'll tell you what.
That's the exam, isn't it?
It doesn't get better. Yeah, I failed. You want to see the revision I was doing at home? Putting a Polaroid up. So close.
Where's that GoPro? There, I'm sorry.
It doesn't, like, you think you've done it once.
Aye.
The next time won't be as bad. It's still always the worst thing you've ever done.
I had a doctor like tap my butthole one time.
What, like trying to pay for something?
It was a wee bit like, do you know when you're going through the toll and it's not working? Yeah, that wee button. That's all, barriers up. Where you go?
You just stand in Dundalk with your arse hanging out. Thou shall pass.
Path wind. That was disgusting. But
so what medical reason would you need your bum
at the time remember I had that abscess in my tailbone, so I had like surgery in my tailbone.
Gross.
And I went, disgusting. And I went to the doctor being like, I think I need to get like another surgery on this because it's quite painful. So usually they would sit you down in your belly and just kind of go, look in your bum crack and go, all right, yeah, whatever. This one doctor was like, lie on your side and then lift your legs up.
The worst. It's so vulnerable.
And then he just kind of like was tapping the bits where he thought might be sore and then give it a wee like bump, like just real quick.
Well, like he was using like first generation iPod?
Yeah. Like a grandparent using one. He's like,
Yes, with a big text.
Yeah, and then he just locked the phone real quick.
Right.
Like,
sorry, I'm ovulating. Sippers, let me take a quick minute to tell you that this episode of the Tea With Me podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Halloween lets us have fun with what scares us, but what about those fears that don't involve zombies and ghouls and ghosts and all? For example, planning things, when you let it slip a bit, and then you got to start going back through a load of stuff, and then you feel like it's getting on top of you, and you knew that if you had just done it at the time, it would have been easy, but you let it go, and then it can be very overwhelming from personal experience. Therapy is a great tool for facing your fears and finding ways to overcome them. Sometimes the scariest thing is not facing our fears in the first place and holding ourselves back. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself, and it's not just those who've experienced major trauma. It can be things that you maybe think are small and trivial, but you know that if you were able to overcome them, your life would be a lot better. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online. You do it from the comfort of your own home. It's convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. That's wild, because you might not click with a person. Swap over, find somebody who you like. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/teawithme today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/teawithme. The link is in the description. Back to the episode. The colonoscopy, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah. Does it go? How far up does it go? It goes right into your stomach, doesn't it?
It goes in all your
Your
bile.
your colon, which is the large intestine.
Through every bit of it, and you see it. You're watching it as it if you want. You're watching it as it happen, and you're half not.
Can you be knocked out for that?
I think you can be, yeah, or you can take.
I would request.
You're woozy. You're woozy. You don't know what's going on.
What's he doing there?
Giving it all right for. Do you like it? I might have said this before, but I was like, you're really woozy, right? Mm-hmm. So you're conscious, but you're a bit doolally, and they're just listening to like the radio, right, in the operating room,
right.
And also they're trying to make it as like comfortable and normal as possible. And the doctor's talking to the nurse; they're all just talking as normal, and you're kind of aware of it. And they had the radio on, and this was like 2 years ago. Ignition Remix comes on, and I thought, show them how relaxed you are and convince yourself you're relaxed. And it went, can I get a doot doot?
And you
Can I get a
farted?
doot doot? I joined in the doot doot, but the doctor told me after Ignition Remix ended 15 minutes ago.
Oh, shit.
When I did the doot doot, probably like an ad for like carpet, right? And I just chimed in with a wee doot doot. They're like, it's okay, mate. And there was a song. I got chatting to the guy at the very start, and he was chatting away, and I said, "Oh, you from?" He said, "Ballymena." And then there was a song on, and it was JC Stewart, who's been on the pod before, singer-songwriter from here, and he's from Macrofelt, I think. And I said during toward the end of colonoscopy, I went, and the JC Stewart song ended ages ago. I went, "He's from Macrofelt like you," and the guy was from Ballymena, and I went, "Oh, right." And I was like, and then I stopped talking. But like, you just sit after it for a while, and you just have like a bit of time to just start to feel normal again.
Yeah.
And then I went for a big fry after it, but I still felt all like, oof.
Invaded.
Yeah.
I
It's
remember-
when you're lying on your side, and then you watch the camera
Aye.
if you want come out.
I couldn't do that.
It's like a reverse roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like you've done it too.
The real adventure is the night before.
The prep.
And you have to like empty.
You have to drink, what is it, like 6 pints, is it, of
Yeah.
this?
It tastes like metal. And it flushes you out. But then you've just got to like go to bed.
I think Keezy had one done recently. He was like, yeah. He goes, you go to sleep being like, surely this, I can't be going to sleep yet. This isn't. So you're just awake all night.
Put it this way,
And
see if
then-
I was doing it again, I'd sleep in the bath.
Aye. Aye, it doesn't sound. I remember one time.
Because you think you're flushed out.
Yeah, but there's memories and all falling out. Yeah. You forget the
Creek.
song lyrics.
Dawson's Creek episodes are not coming out. Pogs.
Fucking miss her birthday. I remember one of the times because I had like 6 surgeries done on that tailbone thing.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard to get it to heal up. So
what is it, like a spot, like a
so
bad
it's
spot?
essentially an ingrown hair. And what happens is it's really disgusting, right? But the hair like grows in so long that it ends up getting infected. But it creates like a track
Yeah.
inside you, and then that can turn septic. So you can die from it. Like, and I had
Such a
to
bitch
like,
way to die. Like.
there's other ways to go. Like, but I remember one time like waking up from the surgery, and there was a very attractive nurse was pulling the breathing tube out of my throat, right? And I was going,
You have to get a breathing tube in for
because
that.
they knock you out, so you like have you fucking which was pulling something in my throat. I don't know what it was. I was like,
Yeah, but
I remember like distinctly dry heaving in this woman's face, and then being like, "He," and then like falling asleep again, and waking up, and because like obviously it was on my bum, I was wearing those, you know, those net like mesh pants.
Yeah.
And I was like, she definitely saw my dick and balls.
Oh, yeah,
And then I'm
yeah.
looking at my dick and balls like they're going to rob a post office in the 80s.
well, the word getting circumcised. You know, we talk about like getting comedians willy about just before you go on stage,
Yeah.
your dick and balls like shrink. You think about that, the nerves compared to doing like a 7-minute gig, compared to getting like
Aye.
it's never been.
It's just not.
It's not
I
a
imagine
true
it's not there.
representation of who I am.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, couldn't feel anything, and I knew they were just out and stuff, and I was like, I just want to apologise, this is not like this. I feel like if it wasn't weird, I would just send pictures to the whole medical staff that were there that day if it was legal, and go, just let you know, this is
That's
the
what
fight.
it's like,
This
full
is
mast.
fighting weight.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember having that. The time I went, I've done a bit of stand-up about it, but I thought I had like something wrong with my willy, and it wasn't sexual because there hadn't been any, but I was like, there's something fucking wrong here.
Yeah.
And I ended
What
up
was
going,
what was wrong with it?
I'll tell you in a second. I'd been at myself too much.
It's just during COVID.
So I basically chafed it.
Now, when you say been at yourself, like, can you give
I
us a
hadn't put it down. It was like when you get a new PlayStation.
more than twice a day?
I was going for, and a lot of free time, like.
Yeah, but sure, it's not. Was it fun, or were you just did it
but
feel
I
like
couldn't
clocking
know
into
what to
work?
do.
Did it feel like you could have gone for a walk? You couldn't.
I couldn't.
That's right. After that hour-long
Yeah.
walk.
And it was, I remember the doctor I was like, what is that? And he went, he goes, did you have a wank? Like yesterday? I went, he goes, when did you notice this? And I went, Wednesday morning. What was the problem with it? Was it the airtime?
It was, Mickey. How do
Yeah.
you know that?
I said, look, let's just come clean. There was a bit of technical
Sorry.
difficulties. You can't stop. You'll break it again. There was technical difficulties there, and Dan said to Michael, oh, it must be the A-10. You know the way they talk about all the technical stuff. Must be the A-10.
Yeah.
And then I said to Mickey, what did I say, Mick?
He said, that was my favourite TV show in the 80s. The A-Team.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. And then we said we've never seen it.
Yeah, I've never watched one
Never
episode.
seen it. You said the movie's good.
The
though?
movie, I like enjoyed
Neeson's
the
in
movie.
it.
Neeson's in it. And Bradley Cooper's in it, and he's just very, very good looking.
Yeah, he is.
He's in very good shape.
But, and look, people in glass, like, you shouldn't judge other people. He's had a lot of work done these days at the
Is
minute.
that a thing?
What's
Is
he-
that
he's
a legit
beautiful
thing, or
guy.
was it just one photo where he looked a bit dodgy?
I don't know, but you sort of, like, you're a good looking man.
You're Bradley Cooper, like, you'll age well.
Allow you, yeah.
I was watching an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia this morning, right? And Bryan Cranston was on it with a handlebar mustache and kind of long hair, and I was like, "Oh, daddy, he looks fantastic for a man who's probably in his 60s."
And then you probably knock one out like you do.
No, I couldn't. I was just back in the gym. My arms were tired. But he looks great for a man, because I think there's something I think quite cool about people that go, yes, I look like this because I'm fucking 60.
Can I
Like
give you a
Russell
great
Crowe,
example? Can I give you another great example? Larry David.
Larry David, perfect example.
He owns his look.
Yeah. There's something very, like, Kim Cattrall's another one. Hasn't had an awful lot of stuff done. Mm-hmm. And you go, you look 60 odd. It's good.
Yeah, fancy.
Have you seen Pamela Anderson now? She's got all the stuff taken out. Stunning.
Beautiful.
Stunning.
Beautiful.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love them big junkies. But
So,
no, she does genuinely look like fantastic.
So I don't know when we lost footage there, but you went to the doctor. You had to get multiple surgeries. So you said 6 surgeries on that.
Over the course of
ingrown
about 10 years, yeah.
hair? And is it totally fine now?
Do you know what was weird about it? So basically, because they have the this is very disgusting. So if you're eating dinner, I'm sorry about this, but they have to leave it open, so it has the heel from
bottom?
like no, it's
Above
the
your bottom?
tailbone. So they have the it has the heel from the inside out. So they pack it to stop it healing over. So at one point, several times it's supposed to heal like this, and mine healed like that, and they had to cut this bit off. And I thought they'd knock me out for it. They just did it when I was wide awake. Like, just took a scalpel and like just shaved flesh off my back. And I remember the nurse, I was about 15, the nurse was like, I've seen grown men come in here, rugby players and soldiers, and be crying, and you didn't make a fucking peep. And I spat the top of the bed out and handed it to her. Or like I chewed through a hospital bed. It was that fucking sore. But yeah, and then I eventually got to a point where it was almost healed, and I just stopped going back to the doctor and started actually working out, and it fucking sorted itself out.
Why do you get it?
It just happens. I'm a hairy arse. And I think at the time I was probably 14 or 15, was it? So I was actually doing a lot of taekwondo. So I think I would have been sweating quite a bit.
Taekwondo?
And then yeah, I know. And then doing like sit-ups on a wooden floor in a fucking church hall.
Are you Rocky?
I mean, I was blue belt.
I have
Heights.
a horrible bit of body hair because it's like one little strip. I have like more body hair than people would think, but I have this like horrible strip at the bottom of my back, and it's just like this. It's just like a rectangle of it, and it's gross. I'd like to not have that.
I have a thing. I had never noticed it before, but I have not loads, but I'm starting to get like old man, like long black puby looking hairs, like around my back.
Right.
And I'm like, get them out.
But how are you seeing them?
Just posing the mirror.
Right. Yeah.
I think it was. Do you know what it was? I was taking a photo of the tattoo I have on my back to send the tattoo artist because I wanted to cover it up, and then zoomed in and was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, your wee like blue one,
the wee dragon thing. Yeah.
Why would you want to cover up the wee dragon?
No,
You have on
but
your
I
shoulders? That's cool.
It just since I've gotten
What are you getting,
older,
a bigger dragon?
It's fucking, but it's massive now because I'm fat as fuck, and I'm like, I may as well just get something around this to cover up the fact that it was a £20 tattoo when I was drunk.
What age were you got that tattoo? No?
19, I think.
Yeah, I remember you were like the comedian that had tattoos. Then I was like, whoa, this guy Micky Bartlett, he's dangerous.
Two tattoos that
He has a waistcoat and
combined cost
tattoos.
£100.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? I want to get more tattoos again.
Me too.
2 more and then I'm done.
Yeah, I want to get something between my Joker card and my Karate Kid one. I'm 37. Just say that out loud. Where would you go? Would you go arms or would you go?
I think I might get one in the inside of my wrist there. Mm-hmm. Or is that kind of like, is that like mumsy?
I don't think so. I just always feel like that freaks me out because you can see the veins. Do you know what I mean? If I'm going to get somewhere tattooed, it'll be one of the meaty areas.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's the name of your rap group, isn't it?
Meaty area?
Yeah. I think I'd like to get one there, and then I want to get one, and it's like a lighthouse thing, right? But I don't know where, because what I kind of like about mine is they're not dead obvious.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to get it on my arm. I don't think. I don't want to get it on my torso, so I might just get it on my other leg.
If you get your arms where it's like above t-shirt level, it's never really a problem. Do you know what I mean?
But then I'll probably when I get 40, I'm just going to wear vests. Just wear stringers, like.
Well, that's why you'll get more tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you
I
like
love
it
a
if I
vest.
just became a real tough, like real 90s tough guy?
You are a pretty tough guy.
Bandanas,
I've seen
mesh.
your backs.
Yeah.
I'd very much enjoy if, like, I've recently bought a Cobra Kai tank top that I'm going to wear on my holidays. Wore it boxing one day as well.
Where are you going?
Just to intimidate the boys in the gym.
Australia?
Aye, go there for 3 weeks.
That's hilarious that's like, I'm away on my holidays to Australia. Where are you going? Tenerife?
Aye.
Australia.
When
When do you go?
3rd of November, so the day after my tour finishes.
Oh, that's nice.
Straight
That's
away.
nice, isn't it?
3 weeks of sun just to top it up.
And talk me through the flight out. Are you flying from Dublin?
Yeah.
And is it going to be...
I'm disgusted, Shane.
Why? No, don't tell me you're flying.
Flying economy.
No, Mick. You can't do it. I will not let you do
We only
this.
did one waterfront this year. It didn't sell out, so
Dan,
I have to be in normal again.
GoFundMe.com. Start a campaign.
I'm flying back business. Don't get me wrong.
Are you?
But yeah, I'm flying out economy. But it's fine because I've nailed it. I've picked leg room. There's no pram near it, so there's no babies, and there's a window and an aisle have been picked. So I'm gambling that that's a couple.
So you could have a 2-seater.
Yeah, I'll get the window.
You want window.
And realistically, when there's free booze on a flight like that, you can
How
pass out
long
pretty
is
quickly.
it? Perth?
Yeah.
So that's a shorter
So
one.
it's
Is
20
it?
hours, I think, in total. So actually, Dublin to Doha has 7.
Yeah.
And then Doha to Perth's 11.
Oh, here.
So it's not that bad.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's the other side when you do the
The
15
New
hour.
Zealand. You don't want to do the New Zealand one.
What's New Zealand? Did you fly from here to New Zealand, or did you go
21 hours just to the Middle East, and then a 7.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, that's business all the way.
that was awful. So what I'm saying is, when you get to Dublin, what does Micky Bartlett do? We know your system on the flight, but I want to know your airport plan, because I have weird airport.
By Dublin Airport, I tend to just walk around it until the gate's called, because it's always that busy.
Right. So you won't buy snackies for the plane or anything?
Sometimes I'll buy a wee thing of wine gums or something. I like
For a flight to Australia?
Yeah, that's all you need, man.
But are you happy with whatever food they serve up? Are you pleased with it? Like, you'll be like, yeah, no problem, you can eat that?
Most of the time, yeah. But a lot of the time I'll be fucking hammered anyways.
Now, what I'm saying is, when you get to the Middle East airport, are you just going straight to the gate? Or are you having a meal there?
No, I'll book the flight. Usually book it where you've only got about 2.5, 3 hours of a layover.
Right.
Because it just adds into the time you're going to be uncomfortable and stinky.
Yep.
So I'll tend to just I'll go look at watches, and if I'm approached by one of the men in Doha, I'll probably buy one out of
You buy a
politeness.
watch?
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times. Like, I'll just buy a wee G-Shock, just like, oh yeah, thank you. Like,
Right. You don't have to.
Sorry about the war on terror.
But this makes it better. There's 70 quid for a G-Shock.
Makes it better.
I'm weird with it, or like very weird with airport travel. If I'm taking your flight, I'm bringing a packed lunch for the flight,
Right.
but both legs of it.
Right.
So,
Oh, that can't be safe.
and
I mean, that's not a meat. That's maybe a cheese sandwich or something. You're not gonna have meat.
my meat will only be for the first leg of the flight.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not mental,
Aye.
but I will have other stuff like a load of pancakes.
Right.
And a wee tub of almond butter, mate. But I know in Dublin Airport, I get a wee thing here, and then this bit of it I get there. So I know. Just let me cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah, explain to Mickey that you won't. If you were going to the airport together, Shane won't stay with you.
Oh, see if you're like,
That's
we're just
perfectly
going to
fine.
sit here. I'll meet you at the gate.
Perfectly fine.
I've wee things to get.
I am very like. I don't like to be talking to anybody.
Right.
If I've been on holidays with a partner or family or whatever, I'm like, I can happily walk around here, listen to my headphones,
Yep.
and just I'll go look at a window or something. The idea of sitting here feeling all excited fucking drives me nuts.
Right. No, I'm working. Like I might even in Dublin Airport. You know the way you can walk between Terminal 1 and Terminal 2?
I've done that a couple of times.
But I might need. I go. Well, there's only a Starbucks in this one, so I've got to go get my almond milk for tea on the plane over here. So I'm working like until I get on that plane, and then I'll get all my food out, and I'm delighted. Like,
Yeah. I also spend a lot of time just judging people in airports.
yeah.
I'll do an awful lot of like.
Yeah. Have you ever flown before? Like people who don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have to get these?
Not
liquids?
even that. Sometimes I'll judge what they're wearing on the plane. I'm like, I know that looks comfy, or it feels comfy, but it doesn't look great.
I've started getting an addiction
You're
for
packed
tour.
into that, Sandra.
I've started getting an addiction on tour, and Willie T's the only one who knows about it, and he's. I feel like he should be doing more to stop me doing it. Percy pigs. Full packet of Percy's in the gob as soon as we land anywhere, because there's always in the airports there's a wee M&S
Aye.
packet of Percy's, and see even if it's a big, I want the wee packet, but see if and see now I'm even talking about wee Percy's.
You turn into wee Percy.
My wee mouth here getting all juicy.
Aye.
I love wee Percy's. Do you know how I eat Percy's?
My mouth's getting all juicy.
How do you eat Percy's?
I'm
Percy
not
pigs?
a fan. I say I'm not a fan. I always look at them and think I don't like them, then I have one and go, fuck, they are nice.
So do you know
But
what
they
I
wouldn't
do?
be my go-to.
Do you know what I do, right? I think it's weird when people just like either eat it all, like just put it in as is, or bite bits off. What I do is I grab the Percy, push in between the ears, down the middle of the face, right? So I
Right.
fold it, and then fold it again. So it's like a wee calzone Percy, and I eat it like that, and
That's-
I love them.
That's very... Do you know what I think is
I get all,
upset?
like-
Do you ever see somebody eat a Malteser in 2 bites?
No,
Like that, bite it in half?
weird.
I'm like, stop that.
Yeah,
You take the bag and you pour until you can't breathe.
No.
And then you just start shouting.
I remember, and obviously I can't eat Maltesers, as you know, but for
Can you not eat
religious reasons-
Maltesers?
I can't have milk, Mickey. You know this. Can't eat
But even
chocolate.
Maltesers, like,
What do you think makes Maltesers fine?
people in Malta.
I've heard about people getting a big bag of Maltesers or minstrels, pouring it into popcorn.
It's divine.
That like,
Giant chocolate buttons and popcorn.
ooh.
I don't normally like salted popcorn, but if you throw a bit of chocolate into it, that's a good combination.
But do you not buy airport snacks and then like you have them on the plane, or you
no, I
just
tend
happy
to like. I'll maybe get a wee sandwich, a wee ham and cheese. But I find because I do drink on the planes to try and sleep, I honestly feel like I bloat so much that I'm like, I can't even put any food in here. And then I spend a day and a half farting when I get off.
Right.
Do you get gassy after long flights?
No.
you
No, I
know?
don't notice. Not that I notice.
I definitely get very, very, very gassy.
How's tour life? Is your tour coming
Exhausting.
to an
I'm
end?
so tired. I have got this. So I'm in Portaferry tonight, Antrim tomorrow. Then I think it's Ballymena and somewhere else next week. And then it's like Galway, somewhere else, and then Galway, Cookstown and Newry.
Is Alan Irwin doing all your sport?
Yeah, apart from Galway, because it's part of the festival, so I'm just down.
And what's Al like as a tour
He's
buddy?
phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's so good because it's like, because he's been doing stand up quite a long time as well. We do a lot of driving of like, fuck, do you remember him?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
talking about guys that like sort of
Yes.
did
I
a
did
bit
the
of
exact
stand-up
same
and, like,
thing backstage at Lovery's night. Last night someone mentioned a guy and I was
Yeah.
like, do you remember?
Yeah, so that's fun. Yeah, he's good crack on tour.
Does he bring snacks or anything? I think I'm hungry. That's why I'm talking about
usually
snacks
just
and
wee
wee
bottles of
purses.
water, boys. Bottles
Yeah.
of water, maybe a wee Coke or something. But I'll make sure I'll look after you on the tour. So I'm like, you sit there. If you want anything out of the shop, I'll go get it.
You'll do a shop run?
I'll do a wee shop run and be all, what are you after? That's fucking.
Because I'm taking Willie T up to Derry tonight and I'm ferrying the wee bastard. Because he was driving me when my car was getting fixed.
Right.
He was picking me up a lot, like a wee, and I would make him wear like a wee
You sat in the back
hat
and all?
and white gloves. And I
Yeah.
sit in the back. So I'm going to drive him tonight.
Class.
And get him his dinner and everything.
Where'd you go for dinner? Nando's?
Nando's up in Derry. Never too
Nando's.
busy.
Never too busy.
Staff are
Very
good.
true.
Right by the venue.
Yeah. Were you perform? Class.
I love it.
It is a great venue.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And they take care of you.
They do.
They appreciate you
They
coming
do.
up.
They really
People
do.
in Derry, you know, because you live there, they don't like to leave to go to Belfast for stuff.
Aye.
They go, hey, give it to us.
I actually drove around Derry yesterday because I had a bit of time to kill. So I was gigging in Derry on Wednesday night, and I was doing the podcast yesterday in Oma. So I just drove around Derry, and I had a weird experience where I was driving past places I used to live, going, was it that one or that one? Like, and I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old.
Yeah. I love you to call the people, you know.
Yeah.
I used to live in this house. Will you mind if I take a wee walk around?
Shane Todd's mate.
What year was it you lived here? 1970? 2017.
2008. I wanked there. I wanked there.
Oh, it hasn't changed a bit. Sorry, give me a minute.
Christ. That roof's still covered in my wank.
Do you remember? Then we were doing a gig in Derry one night, and then you were like, "We're going to a house party," and then they wouldn't let us in. Do you remember this? And then we just slept in your car, or we were in. It wasn't. It was more of a gathering.
The
It
amount
was
of
more
times
a
I've
gathering.
slept in my car in Derry is fucking
Yeah.
terrible. I remember going up for Halloween one night, and then losing my mates. I just being like, "Fuck it,"
Kept in the car.
and kept in the car. That wee Hyundai accent has seen more grown men sleeping in it than.
I knew there was nothing
know.
more. I knew there was nothing more
The
when you
Navy?
started it. Then
And a bed.
sleeping bag conference.
DFS.
Yeah. After the tour, will you make any extravagant purchases? I love when you finish a tour that you get to. You're not doing the custom shoes as much.
No.
That was a real problem for you.
Yeah, well, it's the slave labour that really upsets me about it. It's when they arrive and you go, fuck, they're not that nice. And you go, I was a toddler made that.
Yeah.
I can't really complain.
Yeah.
So I'll just stick with Converse.
That's what I call my fans, by the way. Toddlers.
Oh.
Converse.
Here, that is good.
It is.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I should start saying that.
Yeah.
Should have
Oh,
to the
mine.
toddlers. So it's Converse now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've a lot of Converse actually.
Yeah, you were always a big Converse guy. I always said that about you.
It's because I've got like skinny legs. I can't wear shoes like that.
What would you describe these as for the audio listeners?
Just big, massive. Your feet are fucking huge. Actually,
Yeah.
the more you look at them, you're like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Big chunky trainers.
Big chunky, yeah. Because I'm already a chunky boy and have skinny legs, so like I do like a high top.
Yep.
But I've also got 10 and 2 feet, so when I wear high tops, people go, you look like you're like a penguin walk
Yeah.
kind of thing going on.
Yeah. Speaking of, have you been watching? Dave told me to start watching the Penguin
I
TV
haven't
show.
seen it yet. I haven't had a fucking minute this tour.
Haven't had a minute.
Really, but I haven't. Like I'm down to watch that. I was trying to watch that Lord of the Rings prequel thing.
Yeah.
And I just can't get into it.
Do you know what it looks like for me? It's too much.
It's an awful lot.
It's too
Too
much.
many characters.
Yes.
And they're all called Flamblale.
Can I tell you what I'm watching? I'm watching one of the best TV shows I've seen in a long time at the minute. The Offer. It's on Amazon Prime.
Phenomenal.
Mickey. What
I
have we
binged-
done
I
to
binged that
deserve
in one
this?
night.
On a basic Prime subscription, we've got
fucking
Miles Teller.
so good. It's on Basic Prime now, but I actually paid for the Paramount thing when it first came out.
So it's about it's about how they got the Godfather made.
Yeah, and the events of the making of the Godfather started to twin with the Godfather.
Do you know what I'm going to watch it after it?
Godfather.
The Godfather again.
I watched all three of them the other week as well.
You didn't
I
watch
have no
the third?
time.
Why'd you watch the third? Yeah, I don't get a
just like to
minute. Let me
remind
watch a
myself.
trilogy.
I know. The trilogy of the longest movies of all
Yeah.
time. Like even on Amazon, there's still an intermission in the second one.
Now, do you do a Brando?
I do a great Brando.
Could we see it?
Hang on.
Now, you have a degree, right? So I don't want to I want to respect
Yeah.
this, and this is acting.
So I'm trying to think what he's like, you come to my house the day of my daughter's wedding and you asked me to do murder. I asked for justice. Well, that is not justice. Your daughter's still alive.
That's really, really
isn't it?
good. Like, it's actually like I want to like have a laugh, but that's really good.
I can even do the jaw. He had
No, that's what I'm saying. That's like Jim Carrey. Like sometimes when he changes his face to do
Yeah, it
Clint
becomes a
Eastwood,
whole different thing.
you become Brando.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I would love to be. I can do. Everyone can do Robert De Niro's face. Yeah.
And I can do the quote. Who are you talking to? Was that meant for me?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Were you talking to someone?
Are you conversing with moi?
I'm a fucking raging bull.
Who did you say that to?
That's very good though.
Thank you.
And have you ever seen Alec Baldwin doing impressions of Al Pacino? But he does all the versions of him.
No.
So he does like young Pacino, where he kind of sounds like he's
Oh, like that.
he's like, I'll put one in your back.
Yeah.
And then he becomes like Texan. And then right up to like hoo ha, like
Hoo ha!
She got a great ass.
The guy who plays Pacino in The Offer is
Phenomenal. Fucking phenomenal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the guy, I love the dude. I always forget his name. And he's one of those actors that nobody can remember his name.
He plays the Paramount boss.
Yeah. Hey, booby. Like he's always got a runny nose from taking coke and stuff.
He is
great.
absolutely brilliant.
He is phenomenal. He's English.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's brilliant.
He's absolutely great.
I love that movie. You know what it makes you want to do? Make something.
Yeah. It also makes me want to just wear flares.
Yeah.
And a flowery shirt and a cowboy belt.
You could.
I'm too much of a belly. If I could lose a wee bit of weight, I'd like to dress like a vintage.
But it's like we're talking about Larry David and people like that. You pick a look and you go, this is the way I dress, this is the way I look. People have to get used to it.
Do you think will you ever change your look again as we get older? Or do you think will we dress like this forever? Do you know what I mean?
Great question.
I often thought that when baggy jeans were a thing, like FUBU jeans,
You said you'll never.
being like, I'll be wearing these when I'm 50. Like,
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We're wearing jeans. People don't wear jeans as much anymore at all.
that's because they don't make jeans as good as they used to.
You're right. I've always said it.
I'm brand loyal to Levi's.
Levi's. I'm a Levi's guy.
I'm a
These are
Levi's guy.
Carhartt, but I'm Levi's.
I have one pair of Superdry ones too, but
Part of me thinks, am I dressing too young? I say that I'm wearing a jumper from the Famine at the minute as we're
and you've got
currently doing
Hitler's
this.
haircut.
Pardon? A what haircut?
I didn't say anything. Mein Fuhrer.
Do I look like the Famine Fuhrer?
You look like if Hitler was blended into the Dubliners.
In Dublin's fair city, physicals are so pretty.
Und come out, you black and tans, yeah? Won't you will fight me like the man?
I'll tell them all when I go home.
Und Grace, just hold me. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Yeah, no, that's. It's like in
Armored
the,
cars and tanks and guns. Do you know what's a weird thing that's happened to me is very strange every time I go over the border. I'm not a political person, right? I wouldn't consider myself a Catholic at all, and I wouldn't even consider myself Irish. But there is something that happens to me if I hear any kind of like boron starting. I'm like, where are they?
oh,
Fucking English bastard. It's very odd.
So a lot of traditional Irish music was a lot of loyalist guys were very, very into that. I've heard about that being spoken before,
Yeah.
and it's like you would have had like, I remember there was like a documentary or something, and I saw it on YouTube, and there was like a ex-loyalist prisoner guy, and he's like, we loved that. Like that's what we were listening. They were listening to the Dubliners. They were listening because they identified with the music.
Yeah.
Like the rebellious culture.
I
of the
remember
music.
meeting like a couple of former British soldiers at a wedding one time. So it was an Irish girl who was marrying an English guy, and they played a couple of like
sitcom.
Yeah, but they played a couple of like mad trad songs, and one of the guys had been here during the dark days, And he was like, "I fucking love this one."
Yeah.
He's like,
But but
I'd love to see an orange band and a fucking like a fly band do a mashup. Oh yeah. How fucking great would it be? Like,
yeah, Grace
don't know if
and the
it'll
Billy
work.
Boys.
Yeah.
But I think
Just up the rabbit with the bouncy.
I think it's the storytelling of it.
Yeah.
Is it like Ryan McMullen's version of Streets of New York?
It's fucking beautiful. And here, I'll say this too. See the sash? A banger.
Right.
It's an absolute fucking banger. Do you know what I mean? It was beautiful. Your dad wore it.
You said that like a commercial radio DJ.
This one's a banger.
Hear me now.
That would be fucking great. Shaggy comes in the middle of it. It wasn't me. Fucking was you tout.
Shaggy doesn't speak with that voice. Do you know that?
Really?
Shaggy just speaks like any American guy.
Sean DePaul speaks like that though.
Oh, why?
He's full blown Tom Hanks' son.
Shaggy was in the military, and that hear me now, you're a green and as
great.
is a bit true.
Very good.
That was him doing an impression of like
somebody eating a Mars bar
drill
and talking?
sergeant. Yeah.
Did you try to talk into the Mars bar?
I love
There was a drill sergeant talk like Shaggy.
No.
That'd be a very, very interesting army.
That was just the way the drill sergeant spoke, and Shaggy was doing an impression of him. And then I think Shaggy was making music, and then he just did like a verse like that to like make people laugh or make himself laugh. And then people were like, "That sounds class." Mr. Love.
Drop and give me 10. What am I doing? I wasn't Shaggy.
That's something out of that Lord of the Rings series.
That was definitely a Muppet that no one's heard of.
Oh, drop it on the 10. Angel was such a great song.
Angel was a great song.
Good, you're my angel. And then you hear the old version of that and you go, I didn't know that was a cover.
Is it? I didn't even know it was.
Angel of the Morning. Call me Angel.
Do you know what was a
of the
banger back in the day?
Morning.
Remember Sean DePaul and Blue Cantrell?
Breathe. Let it breathe.
Yeah.
Great video. And then that's a sample of The Watcher by Dr. Dre.
So it is.
Or, Watcher, I think.
Yeah. The Watcher. That was a good album. 2000. I don't think there's been. No, I haven't listened to much since that, but 2001's.
Right. You're walking into a club and we're having a nostalgia night. And I want 3 songs from back in the day that are going to make you feel a certain way.
I'll tell you this right now, and I forgot about it.
Take me back.
For a long time. Anything that Timbaland was on. So
What about like The Way I'm Are?
Yeah, we're like the Justin Timberlake stuff. Nelly Furtado. Do you remember he did Cry Me a River?
Oh, why?
Like,
No, but I mean, like, I want you to walk into the club and just get that feeling of like, oh.
be the sash. Fuck, I don't know.
Do you know what for me is Nightcrawlers, Push the Feeling On?
Orson, No Tomorrow. Remember that one?
Yep. They had some great songs. Bright Idea, that was another one there or something.
Yeah.
Here's my bright
That's another
idea.
screamer.
I get them in the Go Team. Is it the Go Team? OK Go. The ones that had the mad videos.
Yeah.
The songs were never as good as their videos.
And Mr. Brightside every time. It's become a party of itself now.
Yes,
But every
yes.
fucking time I hear that when I'm out, I'm like,
Trying to think of another. Usher, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. R. Kelly, don't like his music, but his person.
Well, I Believe I Can Fly. You walking into the club, it's popping off. I used to
Left me.
Oh, shout out to Robert. I love loads of songs. I pumped it. Yeah. Even some of the not even well known
I
songs.
can't even tell. There was only that and Ignition. Is the only 2 I can think of.
I Believe I Can Fly. Turn Back Time.
Don't know what.
If I could
That's Cher.
turn back the hands of time.
Oh yeah. I bet you wish he could now.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
But you know what?
I wouldn't piss on you.
I think he's that much of a
little
serious
child.
he's that much of a serious pervert. If he went back in time, he'd just
He'd
enjoy
do again.
doing it all again.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish I could turn back the hands of times where you'd be younger. That was dark.
He had Move Your Body Like a Snake. Oh, Same Girl with Usher. Please tell me you know this song. It's like such a fun song. It's R. Kelly and Usher.
Right.
And it's a duet. And R. Kelly's telling Usher about this girl he's met. Mm-hmm. And then Usher's like, hold on a second. We've been seeing the same girl.
Shit.
It's such a fun song.
I haven't heard it, but
It's really good.
Nelly. Remember whenever he was fucking.
Yeah, Hot in Here
Hot
would
in Here
always
was a good
go
one.
off. Yeah. My favourite Nelly song, Country Grammar.
Country Grammar's fucking sublime.
And Ride With Me.
Yeah. Ride With Me, that's another one. If it's in the club, I'm fucking...
Put it in,
yeah.
put it in, put it in.
And then I immediately remix into Rolling by Limp Bizkit, and that's me taking my top off.
See, I'm thinking about a different club. I think about Sky. Did you ever go to Sky when I was in Belfast? R&B type club. Fossey, what was Sky? Wednesday night?
Yeah.
I think it was a
Where
Wednesday
was Sky
night.
located?
Of the Wellington, where the Wellington was for a while. What is it, Rusty Saddle?
Is it?
Oh, right.
Oh, it was great. It was great.
I was always in Rain, but I don't remember any of the music because that was just where you went when you were
Yes.
already steaming.
That, for some reason, reminds me of Push the Feeling on Nightcrawlers. But,
It also reminds me of the LOL rap party.
yes. We gave a speech that nobody asked for. Do you remember?
No.
You don't remember? I started giving a speech and then me and you just started, and everyone was loving it.
I remember doing that at a party one time in Derry. Do you remember I stood up in the seat and tried to make a speech and everyone was like, "Tell that fat cunt to sit down."
I think that's a party we got like
Yeah,
asked to
I
leave.
think that's why we got. Yeah, it's probably why I slept in the car.
10 minutes later, we're sleeping in the car. I remember that rap party and you carrying me through the streets of Cathedral Quarter. That was
times.
fun. There was good grub at that. There was put on a bit of a spread.
There was a bit of a spread. Where'd we go to? What do you call it? Muriel's? Mm-hmm. It's the first time I ever had a dark and stormy. Remember that? It was the first time there was money for nice drinks.
She was the one that Trump got in trouble with, no? What?
No, it was Paul Daniels, wasn't it?
Trump and Paul Daniels? That would be a story. Oh man.
Cut me in half.
Do you know what I've been watching? Paul Daniels fun talk like that. Do you know? This is my wife, Debbie McGee. Wow.
He's dead now, isn't he, Paul Daniels?
Oh, I
Yeah, he made himself disappear.
couldn't magic himself back to life anyway. He's fully dead.
The coffin's in 2 bits.
But he was small, so it's
Yeah.
probably just like a
Imagine being that fucking... after pulling mask cards out. Like,
from normal people.
no, there'd be loads of magicians, I imagine.
I went for a Paul Mescal.
Paul
joke.
Mescal.
It didn't-
Mescal.
it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
It was my fault. I was talking over it though.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. But you already you were
But
in the middle.
no, but
of
you did well. Don't worry. Don't
thank
you
you.
beat yourself
There's
up.
something in it.
Yeah, there's legs in it.
Something in it.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about lunch.
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
doing this today?
Let's do lunch.
Do you know what I'm really in the mood for? Steak and eggs.
I want a wee eggs Benny.
But
Can
I
you get a wee
think-
eggs Benny anywhere?
But that feels like a mob guy thing. That's because I've
Steak
been
and
watching
eggs.
The Offer, steak and eggs in the morning
Yeah.
sort of thing. What else are you watching at the minute? Give us another Micky Bartlett.
Honestly,
recommendation.
do you know what? Like when I get back from gigs at the minute, I'm playing a game on the PlayStation called Days Gone.
Yeah, no time at the minute though.
Yeah, no, but it's like when I get
Godfather trilogy.
no,
and
but you know
PlayStation.
when you get back at night, and you're just like, I can't go to sleep yet.
Yeah.
Like I'd be too wired up to go to sleep.
right.
And it's a zombie game, but you're guy on a motorbike.
That'll
and
help
you
you
just drive
sleep.
around killing zombies. It helps you sleep, but then you lie in bed like, fuck.
I have not been sleeping great recently, which is I normally hit the pillow when I go to sleep. My wife goes, listen to a wee audiobook or something. Got Matthew McConaughey's one. I don't know whether it's brilliant or shit.
But it's because he's reading it.
Because he's reading it, it's great, but nothing in it could have happened the way he says it did.
Yeah.
No way.
I reckon.
Have you listened to it, Dan?
No, I've heard him talk about it. I've also heard about him and Woody Harrelson potentially
brothers?
being
Yeah.
Brothers?
I think if Matthew McConaughey was reading me a book, I'd sleep all night.
But here's the thing. But he's that captivating that you don't want to go to sleep
Yeah.
because you want to hear the next thing he's going to say.
I could read you the phone book and you'd be
Yeah.
like, fucking, this is class.
But every story in it about, and I'm only like an hour into it. I think it's 7 hours the whole thing. The Green Lights, I think that's what it's called. Every story couldn't possibly have happened the way he said it, because it's a perfect story with an amazing ending, and that's every story. And he's talking
Yeah.
about his dad challenging his brothers. If you want to be the man of the house and fighting each other with 2x4. Everything's a bit like its own movie.
But they are Texans, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know.
But I don't know whether it's a waste of my time. I don't know. I don't know whether it's brilliant or terrible. I'll decide at the end. Sometimes I'm like out with movies. I go, that movie was brilliant, and then I think about it and go, that was awful.
Yeah.
Like, I think everything's brilliant at the time.
Yeah. I've had the flip side where I've thought movies are shit, and then I think maybe what happens is other people like it, and I go, oh no, you're right, I was wrong.
Oh, here, Watchmen. I watched the Watchmen,
Yeah.
and I went, that was the biggest pile of shit. And people go, but see it as a dark comedy, and I don't know what that means. And I go, that's a fucking brilliant.
It's like next Friday, it's dark comedy. Bad Boys.
We are.
I love Watchmen, but I was the same. The first time I watched that, I was like, I fucking hate this.
American Psycho. I was like, I don't know. And then I watched, someone goes, watch it again. And I did and went, it's one of the best ones I've ever seen in my life.
There are definitely times some movies you're just not in the mood for it.
Yeah.
You watch it back and you go, this is actually fucking sublime.
Like if one of your parents had died, you wouldn't want to put on like Good Burger.
What?
Like, I just mean there's certain moods you wouldn't be. Certain films that wouldn't match the mood.
Yeah.
Like
I think
your dad died.
if one of my parents died, I would immediately put on Walk Hard, because that would cheer you up no matter what happened.
Right. But then do you want to be giggling?
You just.
I think Good Burger may be the most disrespectful movie to watch an hour after a parent dies.
An hour? I mean, it would take a day or two before it. There's a lot to do, I imagine. Phone an undertaker, tell people.
What's he gonna do? Just
I didn't
choke
even know
slam?
your dad was dead. I know, sorry, man. I was fucking started watching Fast and Furious.
That would be a disrespectful
That
one.
would be disrespectful. We're family.
It's
I used to
been
have
a
one
long day.
I like the tuna here. My dad loved tuna.
Oh man. You ever seen, like, you ever been at a funeral and like ever hear a song and you go, this wasn't thought through?
I know of a guy who went to a funeral one time and they lowered the grave or the coffin into the
Ground.
no, it was in the fucking, it was a crematorium. So when they do the curtain goes across and they played the Hovis, like the bread song, which I can't remember.
I don't know it.
It was from the advert.
Yeah, it's a classical piece of music.
Yeah.
Brass band.
No,
Oh,
it's
right,
probably
right.
one of those situations where they go, "Oh, this is a classical piece of music," but everybody there was like, "It's funny that he's being lowered down into a toaster."
Yeah. I want the Brennan's bread. Today, just as you know, today's bread, today. Mr. Brennan said to me.
I want Fred. There's no bread. I want
When
that
they
one.
say it's over, it's not all over.
Yeah, I want Gillette. The best a man can get. He was the best man at my wedding. Wow, bought it for home.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
I'm loving it. Just all that, just a fucking
Yeah.
I don't want you to work all day.
All the drink driving ones. Body to body.
There was a time. What was the fucking? Do you remember the really famous ad from the Troubles where the guy shoots up the bar?
And the cat's in the
That
cradle
one.
and the silver spoon. By the
Banger of
way,
a song too.
You talk about a story in a song.
Oh my god, yeah.
He doesn't want to turn out to be his dad, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden,
And that was like a good 3 to 4 minute long advert as well, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Heroin.
There was one time me and Casey did a pub quiz during COVID for the podcast, and one of the questions was what was the song over that advert, and then jokingly he said Papa's got a brand new bag, right? And I fucking lost my mind because there's a bit in it where the son picks up the same sort of sports bag that his dad was.
Yeah.
So then it's probably disrespectful, but I cut Papa's got a brand new bag over the top of the ad. But I did it in time that whenever it goes like, that's when he's thinking.
That was a while that.
It was.
Because I think it probably worked and put some people off paramilitaries, but some people probably looked at it and went,
You get a free gun?
that's cool.
Yeah.
You know? So it probably had the wrong effect.
I think, anyone that couldn't grow a mustache was like, I wouldn't. They wouldn't take me.
Yeah.
Very heavily moustache time.
Damn.
Yeah. Pff.
I don't know. I gave up my moustache too early.
You didn't.
I only gave it 3 months.
Was that 3 months?
No. It's like 1 month. Sometimes I look back at it and I go, there's something there.
It didn't look bad.
That's
it
all I
just
need.
wasn't a full moustache.
That's all I need.
Do you know what I mean?
But do you think it ever would have got like
I also think it doesn't suit you. I think, and I mean this with the most, like, the most
You
respect
called
I
me
can
the
give you.
I was the famine Fuhrer a minute ago. So what do you mean respectfully?
You have beautiful skin. The reason I have a beard is because I have a lot of chins going on and some acne scars, right? Why would you cover that up? I also don't understand why you wear a top or pants, because I've seen you really. I want you to know that if I looked like you, I'd be here in the fucking burr buff. I wouldn't even have shoes on because your feet are gorgeous too.
No.
All of this is hiding stuff, right?
The feet
Your
make-
feet are great. You've nice feet.
I have a horrible baby. My wee baby toes curl in.
Everyone's baby toes
You think that's
curling.
cute though? They're just like,
Mine curl out.
oh yeah, it's not
Mine
good.
are like, Which way are we going?
Do you have your tour's coming to an end? But when will this go out then?
Like 2 weeks. Towards the end of the month. 23rd probably.
Oh yeah, everything's sold out.
Hey, foot will be off of gas. Do you know there'll be a sign up Micky
Kick it
Bartlett's
back.
office saying "Gone fishing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm away on to fuck.
This is like in the movie where you go, oh, so I'm gonna go to Hawaii, get me a beach shack
Yeah,
and everything, and then
say
but
what
you die.
now? Like yeah,
But
I
you
think
die.
I think that could be it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Australia and
Yeah.
set up
It's just my hand walking through a wheat field.
and the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon.
Today's bread today.
Says he.
Here, Lawrence, give us a pint of hard time.
Is that a Siamese fighting fish? They fight with all the other fish, don't they?
Why don't you slow down, Posty?
No, just the male ones. Is that why he's all alone?
Nicole, Papa.
I was the wee boy in that.
You were the wee boy in the butter advert.
Sure,
So we
the
were
Vive is-
24 when that came out.
Joie de vivre is cool, no? But cool is not always joie de vivre.
Oh yeah,
Henri, he was sick.
yeah.
Another couple ads to see us
Couple
out.
lads and get it out of the road.
This is the end of the pod, but we're doing like an extra wee bit at the end.
Yeah.
So these don't count, but we'll finish.
Manscaped.
I love Dr. Pepper. What's the worst that could happen?
That was a
Made me
fucking screamer of an ad. And I don't know right now. I might be getting things mixed up. It might be just the timing of the releases. But for some reason, Bop by Hanson and Sunny Delight go hand in hand to me.
How does Sunny Delight go?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Bop was in the ad or if I was drinking Sunny Delight the first time I saw Hanson.
Well, can I tell you, there's nothing more of a drink that would accompany a song than a big chug of a bottle of Sunny Delight
Yeah.
when you're listening to
And it
Bop.
was also a very confusing time for me because I was like, I fancy those three girls, and I don't know if this is Juice
Yeah,
or Diesel.
right.
Oh.
Then, do they still sell it on Sunny Delight?
I think you still buy it in some. Wasn't there a rumour that somebody turned orange from drinking that much of it? And that's why they had to stop selling it?
Don't know.
He just married a Protestant.
Nice.
1994 jokes.
Mickey, we're going to go for lunch and then we'll do an episode of Lazy Boys.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's great to see you,
Thanks
brother.
for having me, man.
Can I tell you something? That top's lovely.
Do you like it?
It's really nice.
Amazon. It's an Amazon essential,
Yeah.
which I shouldn't be wearing because of the war in Israel. But
It's really nice.
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Love you, mate.
Love you more.
Let's get ready for tea with me.